Evening. This is John Feldt, and this is the Hurricane Isaac briefing as of Tuesday evening. Here's the latest visible satellite picture, and what you can see here is a better defined structure that we've seen for quite some time. We see some higher cloud tops rotating around here, indicative of a better structure. We see actually another to the north. In between that, it looks pretty dry in this area here, so it's probably been pretty quiet along the coast. And then we did have a band that moved into the area earlier today. There are some signs of an eye here, so it's possible that there could be a little bit further strengthening as it moves into the area overnight. But for the most part, I think that would be modest. Here's the track. There's a higher confidence, I believe, than we've had in the last couple of days. The movement's only northwest at 8. So the story here is going to be a prolonged period of heavy rainfall along the coast in Louisiana, parts of Mississippi, northwest Florida Panhandle, and far southwest Alabama. This is daily positions here, and what you can see for a number of days is just sort of sitting in the same area, and that's going to be the story. Now, once it pulls out, it's forecast to move fairly quickly, and the inland flood threat probably will be significantly mitigated as it moves up into that further up to the northeast due to the increasing speed, and also because it's very dry in that area. This is the wind probabilities for tropical storm force winds. The area of yellow and orange and red and purple would be the significant winds where there could be some scattered wind damage. The most extensive wind damage will be in the red and purple. Now you might look at this and say, hey, is this a 24-hour map? No, this is the next 5 days. And what the story here is that we're going to have heavy rain and high winds over a large part of Louisiana, southwest Mississippi, far southwest Alabama, far northwest Florida Panhandle for days on end. And the rainfall amounts are going to accumulate in that area to tremendous amounts of rainfall before this is over. Here's a quick idea of where the storm surge will be. Highest probabilities of storm surge at greater than 6 feet are very close to New Orleans, but there could be a significant storm surge further to the east, as far east as Gulfport. But the highest surge should be near and to the east of the New Orleans area. Now, the latest radar shows a fairly quiet picture across the Southeast U.S. You can see that we had a band of precipitation move in earlier today. And this was one of these leading bands here that produced about an inch of rain over most areas. And it also ushered in some very tropical muggy air, and that's over the southeast right now. And in the daytime heating, we have these elements of thunderstorms here and there, hit or miss. And these are not hydrologically significant other than on a very local scale. Matter of fact, the rain that went through this morning did produce a bit of runoff here and there, but I really don't think you'll see much at all as far as enhanced inflows other than just very briefly. The precipitation down in this region, this is associated with Isaac, and you can see the rotation here. Now, the main rain band has not even reached the shore yet, and there's a lot still to come. So we're just starting as far as the rain goes in that area, and that will go on for a number of days. Here's a rainfall forecast for the past 24 hours. And what you can see here is we've had about an inch of rain on average over Georgia. There's a pocket of yellow up to the northeast of Atlanta, east-northeast. That's about 3 inches. So it ranged from about, on the low side, about a 1/4 inch to the high side, about 3 inches. For the most part, these soils were fairly dry, and a little bit of local runoff, probably enhanced runoff in the urban Atlanta area and Birmingham areas. But other than that, not much significance to do much, just either rivers or inflows into reservoirs. Okay, I'm going to look at the short-term forecast for rainfall and then the longer-term forecast for rainfall over the Southeast U.S. In the short term, this is around midnight or so. This is a model-generated image, and it shows very clearly that Isaac is just moving onshore, getting the heavy rain in the New Orleans area, but pretty much over the rest of the area, things are diminishing, and I'd expect that with those scattered thunderstorms to diminish due to the heat of the day ending, and the outer band that fed in from the Atlantic, that also seems to be going through a diurnal decrease in intensity. So it looks pretty quiet over almost all the Southeast U.S. overnight. No rain associated with Ivan other than the immediate Gulf Coast. Now, looking out a little bit further ahead here, couple things I want to point out. I have different time frames going out into the weekend, and one of the things that you can see here is that the core of that heavy rain just stays anchored over the coast. I just can't imagine how much rain this is going to produce over the next 5 days. It begins to pull off to the north and then northeast towards the weekend, but it pulls out well to the west of the southeast U.S. So there's a pretty big hole of lighter amounts of rain over most of Mississippi, other than the south part, most of Alabama, and almost all of Georgia. There is a possibility of another one of these spiral bands setting up. If it is, it could produce some heavy rain here and there. But I think what this is saying is that, for the most part, the heaviest rain is going to remain out of the southeast U.S., other than the far southwest coastal region of Louisiana, South Mississippi, far southwest Alabama, and the very far northwest Florida panhandle. That could change, and I'll update this if it does. But right now, for those of you wanting rain, I don't think you're going to get as much as it looked a number of days ago. And those of you wet, I think you're looking in pretty good shape, northern Alabama and Mississippi, that you're going to get a little bit of rain, but nothing that would produce flooding or enhance inflows into reservoirs. That's the evening update, and I will be updating this probably tomorrow morning again. Thank you.